Hello guys, it's me, I for one. You might remember me as the Blackstar person. We're at the very end. It's over. It's over. And if you are able to tell, well, that was not the best experience, to be fair, and like I kind of fixed it, but it was kind of an experience. Unique experience. Maybe not the best experience, but an experience. And I spent 2 weeks fixing my gear, and the result has been astonishing. Well, I think it's astonishing, you kind of tell me in the comments, but you're gonna see in a second, you know? And I wanted to show you the trick on how I managed to achieve this. There's a trick to it, but you're gonna see. So, that is kinda that, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. If you enjoyed this video, remember to click the like button, subscribe, and maybe check out my Discord, link in the description. Or maybe even join me in my in-game guild called the Cat Girl Republic. Anyway, on with the video. You might be able to tell that this right here is absolutely not gear, and absolutely not something I should be doing if I want to get better gear, but you know what? I kinda want to get a tier 10 horse, so I'm kinda sorry to just take you here, but like, look at my collection of horses, aren't they beautiful? Well, that is totally unrelated, so let's get actually to the actual meat of today's video, which is my gear progression, you know? And I thought the best way of actually showing you where I came from and where we've gotten to is just keeping track of it. And first, I kind of want to get out of the way how we actually got here. Well, apart from hard pitting at a dual Nebraska helmet, which was really painful, the other thing that I did, and which is actually the main way how I got to this point in the first place, is the real trick is, I guess I grinded. And I stopped grinding at Biragis then, and apparently it pays out. So, this is kind of the whole trick, and I kind of wanted to just motivate you guys that if you feel like, hey, I've been grinding at this spot for too long, just move on, go somewhere else, you know, there's more spots in the game than just... And that's kind of what I did. I just kept switching spots and just kept grinding and got myself a bit better gear. And I did keep absolute track of it, and here's the actual result of it. I spent a bit of time, you know? I didn't do those things here yet, because that is the updated gear plan for very soon. There's no timeline for this. I'm not again doing a challenge where if I lose, I'll be forced to wear Blackstar armor for a week. I didn't lose, I won, but the risk of losing, I don't like that idea. But this is my current gear, and this is where I got to, and I think it's quite an upgrade, especially if you see the original thing, which is this. This is where we used to be 3 weeks ago, and I simply got this to be a dual Fallen God. But honestly, the type Blackstar wasn't that bad, right? Like, it's not that bad, right? It wasn't handicapping me that much. Actually, it was. It was handicapping me so much. And in those 2 weeks, like I said before, we've been grinding kinda a lot, and this is the point we got to. And this point honestly feels very good. And I think this is looking like normal gear. Even the crystals are looking normal. And to prove it to you that this is not made up, also, I hope you like my Dark Knight outfit. I kind of combined a few costumes, and I think this looks very nice. You know, like this outfit here. And just kind of combined around a bit. We even got the obligatory Kibelius Awakening weapon. I don't know why. I just kind of like combined them. I want to buy more Dark Knight outfits. Maybe I'm addicted to it. I'm not sure. Anyway, I wanted to show you my gear, and here it is. It's a bit more. It's more than 620 gear score, which it was before. Now it's a lot more. It's actually 688 gear score. That is an upgrade of 62 gear score just over the span of 2 weeks. Obviously, I did a few longs, so it used to be worse. It used to be even worse. But in those 2 weeks, it got up a bit. I gotta be honest here, also I kinda just noticed some of the things were a bit jiggled around, but this was the actual gear stat at the time. We got a bit. And I think this kind of upgrade can be seen. I can finally do things. So, crystals. I can finally show off my crystals without getting a heart attack, you know? The thing is, I honestly think, like, the one thing I learned is optimization. This game is kind of important. That is why I also started not having one crystal set, which is the one that if I die, I'm gonna cry. I'm also having another one, which is right now just HP for a bit more tank. But I just kind of switch it out to have human damage, actually just human damage. I think there's demi-human as well, but human is kind of the one that I go with normally. But this is the kind of set that I run with right now, because when you hit the AP cap at spots, there's one thing that can go over the cap. And that thing is human damage, Kamazilian damage, demi-human damage, and you can actually see it if you go to Monster Zone info. Like it says here, extra damage isn't included in the total sum. So that is a way that I used to optimize it, and I think that's gonna be the next goal of me, optimizing everything and kinda getting rid of the boots and getting the boots to cover level 10, getting Aetor shoes. I don't know how long that will take me. The other thing I want is to get the Scutum to cover 10, but the truth here is I spent 2 weeks grinding 31 hours or more. I didn't record all of them. The list you saw earlier isn't even everything. 31 hours is just a part of it. But this is kind of like the whole way that you grind in this game. You just grind. It's not that long. I don't think it's a crazy amount for an MMO, but it's existing. And one other tip that I want to teach you is, you know, getting Tri-Fallen God only cost me 5 billion silver. The trick for that is very simple. Waste Failstacks and just raw tap them, because memory fragments are very cheap, at least on EU. I don't know if that's the case on the US servers as well, but on the EU servers, getting those memory fragments is very cheap. Look. As you can tell from my wallet, I bought a lot of memory fragments. Otherwise, I wouldn't be broke. But when I bought them, they were even cheaper, so I basically just calculated, well, I could buy the Cronstones, or I could just spend half the amount of money and just buy memory fragments, and if I hit the mathematical average, I will be saving 50% in cost. And wasting a lot of Failstacks. But I had a lot of Failstacks, and I don't have them anymore. Honestly, wasting Failstacks might have been a mistake in the long term, but that's kind of just the consequences I have to deal with now. I still have a few ones. I have 140, I have 150, I can get another 150. Actually, screw that, I have a third 150. But no longer do I have a 200 stack. So I guess I now have to find out how to farm Failstacks. By the way, if you guys have tips for farming Failstacks, please write it in the comments. I'm not very educated with it, and if you don't, I will do Rebluff. Rebluff plus 15. Wait, that's not very smart, but I guess it works? Well, yeah, that is kinda my current gear. And now we come to the next goals. You know, like I already teased earlier, there's future goals. Future goals that we're looking at are, you know, I need to do journals. I don't have any of them. I only have like 5-6 journals. And that's already gonna get me up to 695 gear score. And then all I have to do is get those to C10, get this to C7, and get a Trideborica belt. Is getting a Trideborica belt incredibly stupid? Actually, I think I was told yes, but some people told me it's not the worst thing to do. So I'm gonna go with it anyway, because I kinda enjoy the enjoyment of clicking it to Tet and wasting my Cronstones. I think that's gonna be very fun. I might be doing again something I regret, but I guess you tell me. So that is gonna be the next goal that we're looking at, and I hope that's gonna be a good goal, and that's gonna carry me to 700 gear score. But as I said before, this time there's no time frame. I had a time frame before, and it wasn't very smart. I'm still having regrets because of it. And that is why I'm not gonna set goals like that again. The next immediate goal, however, is breeding horses, as I earlier just showed, and getting a tier 10 horse. That is what we'll actually be doing in a week from now. And I hope you actually will enjoy that, you know, getting a few horses bred. I'm not spending pearls on that, there's 4 minutes left. Well, I guess you're not gonna see me getting all those horses, but I bet you would like me seeing getting all those horses. So don't forget to check out my streams. Anyway, this is kind of just a short update video, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope to see you again tomorrow or today, depending on whenever I stream again. And we'll, like, keep going in this game.